Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I'm Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. So, as you all probably already know, that Alex Jones has been officially reinstated to X, once known as Twitter, by Elon Musk. I mean, his account was suspended for quite some time. I have a Twitter X or X Twitter account, but I never hardly use it. And so he's being reinstated. Alex Jones being reinstated by Elon Musk. Elon Musk has obviously reinstated him, and so obviously there's been a lot of backlash over this. There's been a lot of criticism. From what I'm hearing, the mainstream news is butthurt by it. Of course there will be, okay. Which I never could understand the reasonings behind why they're upset about this, but whatever. But in this article I'm about to read, evidently Elon Musk is saying that he's willing to go to jail if they censor him for this. He's willing to go to jail. Now, that's a bold statement to make, okay, because that means that you're willing to stand on your own moral convictions and go to jail for it if need be, which is interesting because one has to ask the inevitable question, why? I mean, what did he do wrong? you know, anyway, let's get right into this article. And I'm going to give you guys my spin and my opinion on this because I am familiar with Alex Jones, very much so. So he has been reinstated. If the D state comes for Elon Musk, the Tesla and X boss is ready to go to jail. Now, let me point something out right up front. This is a leftist article that I'm reading. So the wording is going to come off. They're going to, there's going to be words used that only the left tends to use. Okay, so I don't read just Breitbart News, which is conservative. I don't read just conservative websites and articles. I do read those from the left as well. Okay, but I also dissect those from the left, and I also say that they don't know what the heck they're talking about a lot of times. Okay, anyway. The world's wealthiest tycoon claimed he would happily serve time behind bars if one of the arms of the U.S. government, such as the FBI, were to attempt to censor context on X, even though he called himself a law-abiding citizen whose corporate empire regularly follows countless rules and regulations. If I think a government agency is breaking the law in their demands on the platform, I would be prepared to go to prison personally, he said on Sunday during a Spaces discussion with Alex Jones. Now, here we go. This is leftist. The Sandy Hook conspiracy theorist whose X account must reinstated. Yeah, well, so much of a conspiracy theorist, a lot of the so-called conspiracy theories that he was theorizing about has actually come to pass, and it's actually come to find out that it was a conspiracy, but it wasn't a theory. Let's go on. Yeah. This weekend, Musk reversed his previous opposition to welcoming Jones back to the platform and put the issue to a poll. Previously, the Tesla and SpaceX CEO refused to grant clemency on the basis that the InfoWars host instrumentalized the death of children to gain viewership. I don't know if that's all about it. I mean, Alex Jones had a significant amount of viewership, so whatever. Jones has been found guilty of promoting the shooting as a false flag operation staged by the government as justification to take Americans' guns away. Remember, this is left-leaning, okay? So now what I've heard about this so-called, he's been found guilty for promoting the shooting as a false flag has been reversed, that's not true. Anyway, to take Americans' guns away and was ordered to pay $1.4 billion in damage during the space conversation. He stated on record he now believes the shooting had in fact happened. Well, whatever. But Musk needs all the traffic and engagement he can get now that major advertisers, including Disney and Walmart, have, quote, boycotted, to use his words, the platform. Of course Disney and Walmart would do it. They freaks. Especially Disney. Of course they gonna do it. Of course. Disney's nothing but a bunch of pedders. Okay, come on. I can't say too much because I'll get banned, okay? To use his words, the platform, after concerns their ads appear next to neo-Nazi posts. With their spending pool, the center billionaire is now worried X faces bankruptcy. And that much is true, though. There are ads, from what I'm hearing from other YouTubers, certain ads are pulling from him, from Twitter, X, once known as Twitter, they're pulling away, and this could cause problems because, these ads are the ones that pay. They pay big money, okay? And if you start pulling these ads, for whatever reason, these ads start getting pulled, a lot of people are not going to get paid. So it's like, well, we got to cater to them, right? So, yeah, there is some truth to that. Tristan Tate, the brother of alleged rapist and human trafficker Andrew Tate, said he was more ecstatic about Jones being given a platform than when he learned he was free to move about Romania. Today has the happiest day in my life. Y'all need to learn how to spell. It should have been, today has been the happiest day of my life. But this is literally how it reads. Today has the happiest day of my life. The day has been the happiest day of my life. You add that in this year, and that includes my release from prison. Alex Jones is the canary in the coal mine. The canary, I'm sorry, canary. Alex Jones is the canary in the coal mine. He was the guy they counseled first, the Tate brothers said, calling him, quote, a real voice for truth, a voice for reason. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm going to read a little more here. Once back on X, Jones returned the favor by quickly predicting intelligence agencies are hatching assassination plots to take out former President Donald Trump, just like they did with John F. Kennedy. And quote, here's a quotation, obviously. They already have the plans, the blueprints ready. I guarantee you they're trying to poison him right now, he said on Space, which was attended by Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy and self-described, quote, proud Islamophobe Laura Loomer. Musk was likely next on the list, the InfoWars host warned, since the tycoon has the government bureaucracy scared. Jones urged Musk to watch out for radioactive isotopes being slipped into his food. If they gun down Elon Musk, that only makes him bigger, Jones said. They don't want to turn us into martyrs. They either poison you or they come to a murder-suicide, kill your wife, kill you. That's a known deep state tactic. This is apparently what Alex Jones said, but I'm not going to read all of this. This is about, let me read a little bit more. Musk, who was going on the record saying America is running out of conspiracy theories that didn't turn out later to be true, said he was aware of the risk he was taking by crossing the collective powers that be. Some people are afraid to die, but I am not, he told Jones. Yeah, I am not, he told us. I guess that's the end of that article there. It kind of ended abruptly, but anyway, yeah. So there you go. I mean, according to this article, which is a leftist article, which I don't trust completely and fully, which reads almost like they're making accusations right off the bat, using crazy words, conspiracy theorists, and all this other nonsense. Okay, here's the bottom line. Here's my view on this whole thing about Elon Musk reinstating Alex Jones. Well, first of all, I used to watch Alex Jones. As a matter of fact, it was Alex Jones that actually got me into buying certain books about the NOO and stuff like that. I'm not going to say the full term. Those of you that are versed with what that means, you know what that means. That'll end up being censored on my YouTube channel. But he was the one that got me into that. And I started buying a bunch of books in reference to that what I believe to be is going to become a reality. Number one, I believe it's going to become a reality because the book of Revelation predicts it will be. That there eventually will be a one world government, one world economic system, and a one world religion. The book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 17th chapter, and the 18th chapter predicts that will happen. I hope some people don't believe in the Bible. I do. All the prophecies that they're prophesied about came to pass. So what makes you think this is not going to come to pass? It will. Trust and believe. Okay? It's being set up right now. But Alex Jones was the person that I was into. I was, he was the one that introduced me to that whole concept. And I knew a lot of times, he was a little, hyper. Well, I would say a little, but, very hyper. I was like, come on, man, calm down. You can't, you overdoing it, man. Be a little bit more relaxed, But he was telling the truth. He was telling the truth. And then I began to look further into the writings of other authors and so forth who were versed in this type of material. And I looked at the documentation. I saw it was documented. They had literally wrote down the documentation, word by word, verse by verse in their books. Turned out to be true, It is what it is. And I was like, man, I want to look further into it. So I've always been the inquisitive kind. So I wanted to look further into it and came to find out it was true. So Alex Jones was the one that introduced me to the whole concept of, he was the seed, rather, that pushed this whole idea of conservatism into me. And then that's when I started, digging a little bit deeper. But if this article is correct, that Elon Musk said this, then that is a heavy thing to say. But my question is this. If that's the case, you know what I mean? If what Alex Jones said, if these words are true and what he said in this interview, if that's true, that they're going to try to poison him and so forth, try to assassinate President Trump, then why? Why would they do that? Think about it. Is what Alex Jones and Elon Musk and all these, is it really as bad as the elites say it is? I don't think most people think about it. They just let these pundits get on TV, these reporters, these journalists who are paid tons of money. They just let them get on TV and spit the nonsense that they spit to the viewing public, and everybody say, oh, you're telling the truth. I don't need to do no research. I don't need to read a book. I don't need to dig a little bit deeper because everything you say is absolutely true. And then they get mad at me for reading. Oh, really? That shows how brainwashed you is. If a person gets mad at me for reading, you get mad at me for reading? Are you kidding? Are you serious? Not anybody, I'm just saying. Are you kidding me? You getting mad at me for reading? Where was it a crime to read? Well, one day it will be, by the way. Really? No, I just want to dig a little bit deeper, my brothers and my sisters. I just want to get a little bit. I want the truth, man. I want the facts. I want the truth. Okay? And inevitably, the question, once again, why? Why? If this is true, why? Because they want to stop people from telling the truth. The devil don't like it when you tell the truth. No. The enemy don't like it when you tell the truth. He's going to come after you one way or the other. He's going to try to censor you one way or the other. I done been censored on my YouTube channel. See, I don't have an inkling of the clout that these guys have. Okay? I'm just a little guy, man, trying to get up there. I'm just, you know what I mean? I don't have an inkling of that. And I've been censored on quite a few times. I've had videos taken down, okay? Not often, but I've had them taken down on things that it should not have been taken down. And I tried to fight it, but I couldn't fight it because I don't have that clout. So I have to really be careful with what I say and the information I give. Until I get that clout, I have to really be careful. Because there's a lot of things I want to share based on my readings. Yes, I'm going to tell you, based on my readings, that I would like to share, but I can't share because it will be, the video will be censored. Okay? But I have to be real careful because I know my videos will be censored. Okay? And the videos that were censored for foolish reasons. Foolish reasons. But yeah, I mean, going back to this whole situation with Elon Musk and the so-called threat on his life, threat on his life, or rather, threat of him being jailed. Question is why? Why would they want to jail him? If people talking about, it's because he's dangerous. He's a danger to democracy. The left always says that. Democratic politicians always say that in interviews. Trump is a threat to democracy. These conservatives groups, these MAGA people are a threat to democracy. It's very, very interesting to me that they would make those kind of statements about people on the right or the so-called MAGA group as a threat to so-called democracy, which this is not a democracy, this is a republic, but they say that anyway because they know people are ignorant of what it really means. But anyway, it's interesting how they say that about those on the right or those that are part of the mega group. It's interesting that they say that when in reality it's those on the far left that have been the initiators of violence. It's those on the far left that are acting just like the neo-Nazis that they accuse the conservatives of being. I find that extremely interesting. You can't argue the argument, well, we're doing this before they start, is a dumb argument to me. That's a dumb argument. That makes no sense at all. We're going to stop them before they do start. What? Okay, so start what? Banning schools from teaching kids how to be transgender? Banning drag queen hours with grown men dressing as women among kids? Are you serious? That's what we come to in this country? That shows you how messed up the morals and values of this country has become. Let me end the video on this. And I'm going to give you a Bible. I'm going to quote the Bible. Woe unto you, those who call good evil and evil good. That's where America is right now. A significant number of Americans are so warped morally that when someone says, you know what, man, we shouldn't be having drag queen hours among young kids in the libraries. We shouldn't be having body-altering hormones injected into our young kids that would mess up their body for the rest of their life. Our country is so morally corrupt that anyone that comes against what I just said is considered to be bad. They need to be bad. They need to put, you know, you messed up. There's no need in me even debating or having a discussion with a person like that. I might say something to throw a seed into their mind to get them to thinking, and prayerfully, hopefully God will begin to build on that seed and show them just how warped they actually are. But they are the problem, not us. They are. America started off as mostly a conservative country. And what I mean by conservative, I'm not talking about a political ideology necessarily. It was a worldview that both the Democrats and Republicans held on to. Even the Democrats had a sense of morality. They loved the Constitution. They loved America. They celebrated the same holidays. They didn't believe in gay marriage or any of those types. They didn't say that you can get married, but we can't make this federal. Even Biden said it many years ago. In an interview, he said it. I don't know if it was what interview. I forget what particular news source that was, but even he admitted that. And look at what he's pushing now. But America, they just don't see it. They just don't see it. They just don't see it. But yeah, that's my words on that. I think that it's good that Elon Musk has restored Alex Jones' account. I think that's a good thing. But we're going to see what's going to happen, and we're going to see exactly just how deep down the rabbit hole this is going to go. Because once again, America morally has been so flipped over on their head, they don't know the difference between right or wrong. You ask your average person, they wouldn't even be able to tell you. That's how messed up the world, this country has become in the sense of morality. Forget about technology. People talk about, well, you know, we are growing, we technically more advanced. Man, that has nothing to do with morality. You can have a computer chip put in your head and be able to matriculate through the internet without using the mouse and have the morals of a pig. Let's quit playing games. Even though we know more pigs don't have morals, you get my point. Certain things are right and certain things are wrong. That's just the way I believe. You know, and I stand on that. It is what it is. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all and see you again.